Hello, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use ChatGPT to create an email sequence for whatever you're trying to do as a digital marketer. Now, if you're like me, I really struggle with being able to create long email sequences and email campaigns just because I'm not that creative of a writer and I don't like waiting to hire third parties to go back and try to write these things. So what I've learned to do is I've learned to just create a prompt that will allow ChatGPT to create all of these email campaigns for me and change them as I need it. So what I want to do is share that prompt with you and then walk you through how to create this and the entire process of how you do this. Let's hop in and take a look. The first thing, there's several components I'm going to be talking about here. But first of all, I just want to assure you that there'll be no selling on this video. I'm not looking to try to sell you this prompt or sell you another package afterwards. So right now, this is just a free prompt that I'm giving you that's going to help you be able to generate email campaigns and email sequences if you're looking to get started, or maybe you're already a digital marketer and you're just looking for another prompt that can help you create really good email campaigns. So let's hop into it. So this is what I've got. First of all, let me see if I can blow this up just a little bit. It just says you're an expert email marketing copywriter. So I need to give it at least a frame of mind for ChatGPT to understand what it's doing. Here's the information that you need to build a campaign. So right now, rather than building this huge long prompt of all this information and adding it all in there, I've just broken it down by like number 1, number 2, number 3 to make it really easy for you to be able to just fill in the blanks. And if there's sections of this prompt that you don't need, don't want, you can just leave it the way it is and ChatGPT will ignore it. Or you can just simply remove it and customize it however you want. I'm giving this to you. Don't feel free that you have to write this prompt down during the video. I'm going to put it in the video description up here so you'll have it. So just focus on what I'm saying and not necessarily I'm trying to screenshot to recreate this particular prompt because I am giving it to you. Okay, so number 1, request your information. This is where you can put your name if it's customized to you, and then your role and your title within your particular company. You also put in your company name, your business industry niche. Maybe you do digital marketing, maybe you do website creation, maybe you do social media management. This particular example I'm going to give you deals with generating AI services for small businesses. So that's what I'm going to have an example of later. And once we fill this particular prompt out, and then the email sequence that I generated that I'm going to show you. But anyway, you can put whatever you want in here, just your own company name, whatever industry or niche. Here's the biggest thing though, the brand, voice, or tone. Be cautious about this because this is how ChatGPT knows how to write it. Do you want to have like very stern, professional, like authoritative type thing? Or do you want to be humorous? Do you want to make a funny email that might make somebody laugh and get the message across at the same time? Either way, you can change that particular tone here. And again, this is why I wanted to create this prompt, because once I create this prompt, you can change this however you want for any email campaign you've got moving forward. Hopefully this will just be a good universal one that you can use all the time. And then as you see need, adjust it and update it as you will. So here's slogan, tagline. If your company has one, put it in here. What is the purpose of the campaign goal? What's your target audience? What are you offering? What products or services? What benefits? What price points are you trying to, if you want to give the price here, if you don't, then you don't have to. And then unique differentiators. What makes you better than your competition, or why should somebody go with you? And then of course your call to action. What do you want them to do as a result of this email? Do you want them to book a call, schedule an appointment? Do you want them to go to your funnel and register? Do you want them to download a lead magnet? I don't know. Whatever it is that you're looking to do, this is where you need to put it into the call to action. But if you do have any special links or codes or coupons or something that people can use, you might want to insert that here underneath the coupon area. And again, what I want to explain to you is all of this information that we're putting in here is leading up to giving ChatGPT all the information that it needs to be able to generate a series of email sequences, however long you want. Now, speaking of that, here's the campaign structure, number of emails. I put 10 to 50, but literally you could say, generate me 365. You can generate a whole year's worth of emails and send one out every day for people if you want. Sequence style. How are you looking to do this? Are these going to be educational? Do you want to tell stories with this? Promotional? How do you want this thing to be generated? I guess is the thing. So just be careful with that style. Again, could be changed however you want. The scheduling and timing. How often are you going to be sending these out? Daily, weekly? Now keep in mind, you got to probably ask yourself, why would a ChatGPT need to know this? Given it the freedom of creating these emails, it could say something like, hey, I'm just following up on the email I sent you last week. Or, hey, I'm just following up on the email I sent you yesterday, because it knows you're sending them out daily. So just giving it and helping ChatGPT understand when these emails are going to go out could perhaps change the way they're written. So just be careful about that as well. And again, if you don't want to do anything, then just leave insert timing. ChatGPT will know that there's nothing there and that it won't do anything like that. It won't include that inside of your prompt, but it's always something nice if that's what you want. Also, I wanted to put in here some other things like testimonials. Maybe if you have testimonials for people or case studies, or maybe you could just say something like, please use the testimonials here on this Google Business profile or on our website or something like that. Here's a page to our case studies on our website. Pull these and use these. And ChatGPT can go out and actually pull the information from your website and actually use it. And then personalization, just anything here. Again, I'm going to get to this a little bit later on in the video, but if you do use a CRM system or some kind of system that uses these dynamic fields that could be called custom fields. It could be called insert fields. But basically this right here could be the name of your CRM system, where it just puts in the first name of the contact when you're sending them out. You could be sending 100, 500 emails, and then each email, the system is going to look at that particular person, pull their first name out and put it into the email and replace this entire dynamic field. So if your system utilizes that, then why not already include that inside of the ChatGPT prompt so it can put those fields in there so you don't have to go and update them later once it generates the information for you. All of that stuff will automatically be included. So these are all the fields that are required. Now, once this is done, once you fill all this stuff out, here it just says, hey, number sequence the email. So put the first sequence, number 1 is the first, number 2 is the second one, just put them in order. And then for each email, make sure you include a unique subject line, just different from the others. You don't want to have it repeat. Give a unique body email that expands on your campaign purpose, blah, 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 just some other bullet points so ChatGPT can understand how to dynamically change the content based upon your goals, your objectives, and things like that. Sincere closing response sign off. So this is where at the end, you're going to give just your name, your role, your title, your company name. Again, you could change any of this stuff if you want to. And then rather than, if you were like me in the beginning, I would use ChatGPT to generate all these, and then I would just copy and paste them from ChatGPT. That really got to be a little bit of a pain. So rather than doing all that, I just say, hey, ChatGPT, export the full campaign into a downloadable Word document containing all the emails. That way, you don't have this huge long screen inside of ChatGPT. It puts everything into a file. You click on the link, you download the file. There it is. All the emails are generated. Sound good? Great. So now that we've got the prompt, let me hop over to this Google document here that I've got created where I'm going to sit back and fill in some of the blanks. Request for information, name, Ray O'Daniel. Hello, by the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Ray O'Daniel. It's nice to meet you. Your role or title, I'm a marketing specialist here. My company, this is just a fake company. What do you do? Industry niche, digital marketing. Brand, tone, or voice, I said authoritative on this one. Slogan, I don't have any slogan. Campaign purpose, to get business owners to understand the value of our company's AI services and to book a discovery call at, here's the link. That way, that link can be included or used by ChatGPT to create links inside of the emails as a call to action to schedule here to book a call. So who's your target audience? Business owners who have limited staff or are consistently missing customer calls to their businesses. Just as an example. I could have expanded on that, but I'm just trying to give you something as an example here for this video. And I filled in all the rest of the services here. Right now, I did put a price point of $700 here as just the amount of money per month for these particular services and what they're all going to do for you. And again, this is what it looks like and the entire sort of campaign. So I copied this and then I went to go to ChatGPT. So here's ChatGPT. I took all this stuff and I simply pasted it. Your full 20 email campaign, if you see, I did request 20. I can't zoom in on this. So your full 20 email campaign is available. Click here to download the Word document. Okay. So right now I did all this stuff for you just to make it faster so we didn't have to wait for ChatGPT to open this up. And here's the actual document. So here's the email 1. Are missed calls costing your business money? Most likely they are, because most small businesses can't answer every phone call. Even if they have somebody dedicated, here's the problem. Even if they have somebody dedicated to answering the phones all the time, if somebody's on the phone with one person, they can't answer somebody that's calling in the second time. They don't want to say, oh, excuse me, hold on, let me answer this other call. So the second call has to go to voicemail. That never happens with AI. AI will answer that call every single time. That's why you're charging as much as you can, and that's why you can charge as much. But anyway, subject line, are you missing any calls? Hi, notice contact first name. I don't have to adjust that. And that's already generated. So here is the field. So it'll put the first name in there. It puts this in here and then notice sincerely, Ray O'Daniel, marketing specialist, DigiGlobal. Pretty cool, right? Now here's email 2. Here's email 3. Now again, if you wanted to, you could generate 365 emails and have something that you go out to your customers every day. But here's all 20 emails and all subject lines are different. All bodies of them are all geared toward getting them to sell AI services to their businesses. Now, if you want ChatGPT to be more specific on the emails, which I didn't in this case, I could have gone into a lot more detail about my company campaign objectives, goals, and things like that to really give it a lot more sort of meat to put in some of these emails. But if you wanted the emails to be longer, you can tell ChatGPT to extend the emails, to make the emails a certain character width if you want to. All of that stuff you can be done directly by you. I'm leaving that up to you to be able to do that. Okay. So right now, this is it. As far as you being able to generate email campaigns with ChatGPT, this is all you need. If that's all you're looking for, you can stop right here. But there's also some other things I told you I would talk about. And that's number 1 is this contact first name right here. Now, this contact first name obviously comes from a CRM system. So if you're a digital marketer already, or you're going to be doing digital marketing, starting a business, or even if you're just doing some basic email campaigns, some of the things you need to think about is that there are some basic components that you need and basic software that you need to make all this stuff work. If you're going to be sending out 1,000 emails to somebody, that just doesn't happen by itself. You don't want to do that with Outlook or Gmail and just add everybody in the BCC line. And believe me, I did that. Write an email to yourself, copy everybody else, like all 600 people in the BCC line, for blind carbon copy, and then you send an email and then it gets to everybody, but it's not addressed to them. It's actually addressed to you because that's the way you had to send it initially because you didn't have software to be able to do this for you. So I want to introduce a piece of software called Highlevel. This is what Highlevel looks like. So right now, I'm going to explain there are other pieces of software on the market that will do email marketing. I'm just letting you know. Probably ones that might even be a little bit cheaper, but I wanted to bring this to your attention because this has a lot of value and a great price point. Now, if you don't already have things, the problem with what we're doing here is number one, you're going to need a CRM. A CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. It's a place where you put all your customers, your customer name, customer email, customer phone number. When was the last time you talked to them? Any information about that customer? All of that stuff should be inside of your CRM system. Now, the problem with that is that sometimes your CRM system is not the same as your email marketing system. So if it's not the same, let's just say you use one Zoho or something like that for putting all your contacts in there because it's free and it's something that you've learned to deal with years ago. But now you have to like export everybody else out, import them like into MailChimp or something like that. And then you have to keep all those users synchronized. That's a pain. It is an absolute pain because guess what? What happens if you get new leads and new customers into your CRM system on a daily basis? That means somebody's going to have to go synchronize that information every day in order for you to be able to go and send these people an email because there's no automation there. Automation is going to be a key thing that Highlevel will be able to solve for you. And I'm going to go over how it does that. Now, besides a CRM and an email marketing system, another thing that you need to do is you need to have an email builder. Now, most email systems like MailChimp will have an email builder in there that you can be able to use. But again, the pain point is synchronizing those contacts. But now you're paying for potentially a CRM system and then an email marketing system. Okay. But what happens if you want to do some marketing yourself? What happens if you want to drive, in this example, the call to action is booking a strategy call with us. Now, what are you going to use for a calendar? Goodness. Now I'm going to have to go get a third piece of software that can handle scheduling and calendars and then potentially even have to sync that up with my CRM system. Man, this is getting complicated pretty quick. Using 3 different pieces of software, even if some of them are free, some of them can have limitations, they're synchronizing. It's just a huge mess. But this is where Highlevel comes into play because it's an all-in-one sales and marketing platform. So your CRM, all your calendars, your automation, your email sequences, all of that stuff is maintained in one system, one login, one tab. You can handle all of it. And the great thing about it is that it can handle any of the new leads that you get. Any of the new leads that may come in from your website, they could come in and from a social media post, maybe they comment a keyword on a social media post, those can be brought in. Maybe they send you a message on Facebook to your business page, they can come in. All of these things can be set back and brought into Highlevel, and all of these leads can automatically be added into the same email sequence that you're looking to generate right now. So you don't need to sit back and keep manually adding people to this. So let me kind of show you a few things about Highlevel here if you want to hang in there with me. Right now, if you go into the marketing, now first of all, you might get shiny object syndrome, that SOS, if it makes sense. Highlevel has a lot of features, a ton of features. I'm only looking at maybe 4 or 5. That's it. But again, one of the things I want to sit back and help you understand is that this entire system, you can get this for $97 a month. Everything I'm going to show you, one software to eliminate all those 3 or 4 other ones for just $97 a month for you to get started in your business. That's it. And you have everything. And everything we're going to talk about here is unlimited. So you're not limited by how many contacts you can have. You're not limited by how many emails or things like that you can send out. Now, I do want to sit back and give a small disclaimer because I want to make sure I'm completely upfront about this. You're paying $97 for Highlevel, the software subscription every month. Using emails, this can also do text messages and do voicemail drops and things like that as well. Those services cost a small amount extra. Now, just to give you an idea, to send out 1,000 emails in Highlevel at the current moment is only 67 cents. So every 1,000 emails that you send out, if you send out that much, it would be 67 cents is what Highlevel is going to charge you. So hopefully that puts it into perspective that even though it is an extra amount, it's a small amount depending upon how many emails you send. But let's move on here. I at least want to give you that because I want to be completely upfront. Now, also to be upfront, I'm an affiliate for the Highlevel software platform. So if you're interested in this, if this thing interests you, click on the link below. It gives you a free 30-day free trial, and you can actually have a call with me to go over more in depth about your particular business and services and how you can use Highlevel. I'm completely available to all of my affiliates. So just want to make sure you know that as well. Marketing. If you come here to marketing and click on emails, you can come in here to your email template area. And this is where you can sit back and start creating any of the email templates and copying and pasting it from that file that generated by ChatGPT into the system to be able to start building the emails. Now, just to give you an idea here, if you click on new, there's lots of different things that you can do here, but I'm just going to start with a blank template. Now I can use this designer, which is more graphical and visual. This is more code driven. Like you have to code it, which I'm not a coder. This is just plain text. So this is just no frills, copy and paste text. That's it. You don't get images, you don't get videos, you don't get any of the other cool stuff that you can do here with this visual builder. So I want to show you the visual builder. Okay, so here's the visual builder. Notice over here on the left, these are all the components, the elements, if you will, that you can just simply drag and drop to make this email. So if you wanted to, so I want to put an image right here. There's an image. Okay, great. Not a problem. Hey, let me put drop a video below that one here. I'm going to drop a video, maybe connect it to YouTube. Let me drop my social in here. So it has and you can quickly just drag and drop these things. And then as you click on a component, just come over here to the left and just simply fill in the information. Click here for the video image and all that other stuff. Is pretty straightforward here of what you can do. So you can even, if you wanted to, if you've got a limited time offer, you can simply do a countdown timer and set the countdown timer for whatever you want. So that right there is a pretty cool feature. So you see, it's very easy to drag and drop and create emails. But what I want to show you here is, first of all, just what the builder could do and what you get. But I also just want to show you, I've already built these email sequences right here, already into Highlevel. So if you click on this, you'll see that let me blow this back down. So this right here is, see contact, first name, it's right here, already filled out, has the email in here. Now I use bullets here. Emojis for bullets, just to make them a little bit more flashy. But this right here, this is an email with a call to action to click right here to go ahead and schedule an appointment. And when you schedule that, it then goes to a calendar built within the Highlevel platform, which again, you don't have to pay extra for. You get an unlimited number of calendars, a limited number of email sequences, and a limited number of email templates that are available to you. So right now, these are the templates that we have. So you can put all of those, just simply copy the email from the file, put it in here and save it, and then give it a name. Here's the email, the campaign, email 1, the campaign name, email 2. It could be just something as simple as that. Now that you've got all the emails inside of Highlevel, one of the things you can do that, again, we talked about automation earlier, is to sit back and use the automation. Now here, I need to search for this one here. I have a lot on here. I've got this AI customer nurture. Now this is a workflow, meaning that it's going to logically go step by step through this, and it's going to process everything that you want in the same manner in which you created. So I'm going to show you some of the things that you can do here. Now, if you've ever heard of a tag, this is a way of just giving a little piece of information to the contact, maybe to let them know where they came from or what email campaigns you've already sent to them. And these tags make it very easy to find people later. So here, I call this in AI nurture sequence. So right now, if somebody is in the sequence, then this is what they're tagged with. And then I can easily find them by searching for everybody with that tag. So that's a cool thing that your CRM system can do. Here's just a basic wait step. So I've just said, wait on this one, wait till the next day at 6 a.m. and then send out the first email. So however somebody comes into the workflow, let's just say they come in at 8 o'clock at night, this particular automation will wait till the next morning, again, Monday through Friday, because that's what I've got it configured as. I'm approaching business owners, and business owners typically don't check their emails Saturdays and Sundays, typically. So I'm just focusing on Monday through Friday. So Monday through Friday at 6 a.m., this thing will say, okay, that wait limit is up. Now go ahead and send this first email. So if we take a look here at the email, the from name and the from email address, you can configure. The subject line, this is where you go to the file that ChatGPT created, copy the subject line, paste it, and here's where you can sit back and choose any one of the sequences that you've already just created. Now, if you wanted to, you don't necessarily have to use a template. You can just simply choose none if you want right here, and then just copy and paste the email directly in here if you want to. Me personally, I like using templates because then I might have one template being used by 4 or 5 different automations, and all I have to do is go change the template in one place. Whereas if I copy and pasted it, I'd have to go change it in 4 or 5 different workflows. So that's the kind of benefit that you get. But I'm just going to go ahead and click cancel right here. So you can see it's very easy to put the subject line and just choose which email you want and click save. Now, it doesn't even have to be you doing this. These are very basic, simple operations that even a virtual assistant can do. You can just hand this off to your virtual assistant, says, here's 20 emails, create the email templates. Then I want you to come in here and create a workflow automation that's going to go through and send all these out. And here, if you take a look, we got email 1. It will wait 2 days from the first email, send out the second one. Wait 2 more days, send the third one. Wait, do you see this? So this is the logic behind the workflow. It'll just send them out every 2 days, or it could be every day. Or you can change it, it sends out 1 day here, but the next email you might wait 2 days, and the next email you might wait 3 days. It's completely up to you on how you want to send these out. You can send them out weekly if you want. But this right here is just a simple process. And the cool thing about this is that there could be hundreds, if not thousands of people actively in this workflow at any given time. And as soon as you get a new lead, here's the beauty of this. As soon as you get a new lead come in from like your funnel or your website or something like that somebody opted in or they wanted some information about something, you can then put them directly into this workflow automatically using another workflow. So I have another workflow that says when I get a new lead that's interested, then add them to this workflow. Do you see that? That's how powerful this is. So now once you get the system set up, it is truly fully automated. So again, just looking at this, you just send out a series of emails, and this comes down, I think in this one, I have about 22 emails. But once you have this workflow built, that's it. That is your main nurture workflow. That is the workflow that people go through. It sends out the first email, sends out the second one. And then of course, if somebody does schedule a call or something like that, Highlevel has the ability to sit back and say, hey, this person's already booked a call. So whenever they book a call, this could be a separate workflow, by the way. I don't have an example of that here, but just giving you some ideas. You can actually have another workflow that says when this person schedules a booking, remove them from the nurture sequence. Because the whole point of the nurture sequence is to get them to book a call. if they've already booked a call, you don't want to keep hitting them up on emails every day or every 2 days saying, hey, schedule a call, because they already have scheduled a call. And once you create that workflow, it's 2 steps. Say, hey, whenever they schedule an appointment, remove them from this nurture workflow. That's it. That's the workflow, and it fires every single time they schedule an appointment, and everything again is completely automated. So again, I want to introduce Highlevel to you because I think it's a great CRM and all-in-one sales and marketing system that can help you consolidate potentially 2, 3, 4, or even 5 pieces of software that you're using for CRM and email marketing and text marketing and calendars and all these other things. Bring it all into one. So again, if you're looking to get signed up with Highlevel, there's a 30-day free link in the description below. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions. I want to thank you so much for hanging in there with me, and have a great day. Bye-bye.